Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, just making sure my sound looks like it's on. I had muted it for that video just so you guys didn't hear me squealing as I was like dancing. So that quick video was just a compilation of a few of the videos we shared as recaps after the event, the Creative Journey Art Retreat. So welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. I love that in the live chat, some of you guys are letting me know whether you have attended an in-person or an in-person event with me. That's always fun to see. I love that there were a lot of not yets, right? Goals. We have to have things to look forward to, for sure, for sure. Awesome. Laura says, not yet, but this might be the year. So if you don't know me, I am Jen Shirkus. I am the creative chick behind the scenes and in front of the scenes that hosts a lot of online events, online classes, and a few pretty fabulous in-person events, if I do say so myself. I am going to be going over a lot of details about the upcoming Creative Journey Art Retreat, which will be hosted on Cape Cod, Massachusetts in November. And I will be happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. I just ask if you're with me live, just wait till the end to ask them. I have my notes in front of me and I don't want to forget anything really important to say. And if you're catching the replay, feel free to leave a comment on this video and I will be sure to answer your questions. All right, my eye is watering. Is everybody having that spring issue? No complaints. I'm so happy spring is here. The sun is shining. It's still a little chilly out there, but I'm just happy to see the sunshine. So, I like to always start these lives by just explaining that I do host two different in-person events. The logos look very similar. One is Creative Journey and one is Crop on the Cape. And I like to just give a quick explanation of the difference of the two events. I just hosted Crop on the Cape in March of this year, of 2024. It was our 26th year of this event. I have been part of the event for 20 years, and it always happens in March of every year, right around St. Patrick's Day. It's been that way since the beginning, and I'm far too nervous to ever change it. It works for a lot of people. Crop on the Cape is an in-person event. Over 300 people attend. It is a traditional crop style where you can attend with a classic weekend package where you get some table space to work on your own projects. And then at the same time, you can sign up for a lot of different classes. I host one class, but we have a variety of amazing teachers who host a ton of classes all throughout Friday and Saturday. You can also sign up for a class pass. So if you don't want to work on your own projects, you filled your schedule with a lot of classes, that's the class pass. And everybody gets a swag bag. They can participate in games and raffles. There are dessert socials on Friday and Saturday night. We have a variety of different vendors. It's just a very, very fun event. So that is Crop on the Cape. But I'm here today to tell you guys about the Creative Journey Art Retreat. I'm going to be hosting it, like I said, here on Cape Cod in Massachusetts on November 21st through the 23rd. Registration is going to open up April 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's Creative Journey Art Retreats started in 2014. Chris and I actually were living in Rhode Island for a couple years, and we lived in a 900 square foot apartment. It was a beautifully renovated factory building with really, really high ceilings, exposed brick. And as I was moving into that space and kind of setting up a little crafty area, many of you guys were mentioning how inspiring and fun the space was. Around that time, a lot of stores that were in the New England area, paper crafting stores, were closing, and in previous years, I had traveled around New England. I managed a store on Cape Cod in Massachusetts, but I also traveled around New England and taught at several different stores in my days off. And it was a ton of fun. I met so many amazing crafty people all over New England and met with them monthly, quarterly, all the time, that we had become friends. So as the stores were closing, I still wanted to stay connected, and I absolutely love to teach. I love to teach paper crafting, and I didn't want to stop. So I had asked Chris, my boyfriend, if he minded if I rented some tables and chairs and hosted some of my crafty friends for a fun crafty class. And he was like, sure, why not? And needless to say, I think the first Creative Journey Art Retreat in my 900 square foot apartment was mainly people that I knew for years and years and years. But it sold out very, very quickly. As you can imagine, we were limited on space. And as I started to host more of them, they were selling out very quickly, and people were traveling in to Providence, Rhode Island, where we were living, to attend this event. And that was just so cool to me. So when we moved back to Cape Cod in 2016, I really wanted to find a space where I could host these events and host more people, not necessarily in our home. And I found Cape Space. Cape Space is located in Hyannis, Massachusetts, and it's like a co-op workspace. You can rent an office, or you can work there for the day. If you're work from home and you need a meeting space, it's perfect for that. And the accent of Cape Space was teal. So I just felt it was meant to be. And so in 2016, all the way to the fall of 2019, I hosted events there. So in the fall of 2019, I was working full-time in a non-crafty job, and I was traveling and teaching 25 weekends a year at paper crafting stores all over North America. Plus, I was hosting 2 Creative Journey Art Retreats a year. And I was sensing in the fall of 2019 that I was getting a little burnt out, and I didn't want to get burnt out, because I'm no good to me if I'm creatively burnt out, and I'm no good to you. So I had announced at the fall Creative Journey Art Retreat in 2019 that I wasn't going to host one in the spring, which I normally would do. Well, spring of 2020, I think we all know what happened, and things shifted gears for all of us. I started hosting virtual Creative Journey Art Retreats. And as we were going through the pandemic, I was dreaming about what my future Creative Journey Art Retreat could be. I had a feeling I was going to need a larger space than what Cape Space had, because now I was hosting a lot of online classes, online events, and I was reaching far more people than I'd ever reached before. And I love where I live. I absolutely love Cape Cod, and I find it really special that I get to share it with all of you. So I was looking for a new space, and I found the Pelham House. The Pelham House Resort in Dennis, Massachusetts, which is on the Cape, has been around for a long time, but they went through full renovations in 2020. So I reached out to them and was curious if I could host an event there. It did take a little bit of time to get into their schedule, because they are a very busy space, and they were booked out. All of like the weddings that were delayed during the pandemic were being rescheduled, and so forth. So in the fall of 2023, we hosted the first in-person Creative Journey Art Retreat at the Pelham House. And it was a dream come true, because not only was I able to invite more people to create with me all weekend, but we were also able to look out of the windows in the whole room where we create, and we were able to look out at the ocean all weekend. And if you don't know me, I am a part-time mermaid, and it just literally my worlds collided and I was the happiest mermaid ever. We hosted it again last year in the fall of 2024, and we are looking forward to hosting it in the fall in November 2025. So that is just a little recap of my 2 events and the Creative Journey Art Retreat and how it came about. So I do just want to mention, I do still host a virtual Creative Journey Art Retreat. And the next one is in early June. It's the first weekend of June. So no matter where you are in the world, I can ship you a box and you can create along with me. You can create live or on replay. And I'm just going to quickly throw up the details and the sponsors for that event, because there are less than 5 kits available for the virtual June event. And I just wanted to throw that out there. So some of you that it's a bucket list to join me live and in person on the Cape, but maybe this year isn't your year. This is the event for you. Both events, we're creating completely different projects. Both events, different product is provided, but it's rare that I still have spots available. So I wanted to make sure I let you guys know that. So, like I said, the Creative Journey Art Retreat is hosted in November here on Cape Cod. Registration is going to open up on April 19th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I do have a link right over here. Oh gosh, right over here. I never know which way to point. It's always not the right way. But if you go to shirkus.com/art-retreat, you will find more details about the event, and you can answer a lot of questions, but you also can reach out to me through my website and ask me questions. I definitely recommend that if you have questions, to ask me either in the chat today at the end, in the comments on this video, or send me an email before registration, because during registration day, it's going to be a little busy and I will not have a chance to answer questions. Okay. I know that I'm seeing in the comments that quite a few of you, it's a bucket list item for you to come to my in-person Creative Journey Art Retreat. I also see some names, those of you that have attended in the past and are super excited to register again, and I appreciate you guys. I do want to mention people do travel from all over North America to attend this event. It is a blast. Some people come as a group of friends, and some people come solo and they leave the event with all kinds of new crafty friends. So no matter how you may attend, it's the perfect way. You can come with friends or come by yourself. I also know that many people will travel with their partners, and they'll either come a day or two early or stay a day or two late to explore around Cape Cod. And I absolutely love that because, like I said, I love where I live and I love to share that with all of you. So let's just chat a little bit about registering for Crop on the Cape. See? Registering for the Creative Journey Art Retreat. You want to make sure that you have an account set up on my website before registration. If you've purchased anything with me in the past, you do already have an account, but you also want to make sure you know your password. If you don't remember your password, you can totally do a password reset, but again, I would do all of that before the event registration so that you have that all in order for the day. You can register for multiple people. So if you're planning on attending with a group of friends or another friend, I actually would recommend just one of you register. At the time of registration, you can choose how many seats you would like to purchase. You cash out from that purchase, and then you are redirected to a form. On that form, you'll be able to put your friends' first names, last names, and email addresses. It's really important that you put their specific information, especially their email address, because that is how I'm going to reach out to you guys with important information about the event, whether the supply list is ready or there's a pre-order or anything very, very important. I want to be able to reach out to you guys via email. So make sure you have your friends' email addresses accurately before registration day. But you also don't need to put all that information in while you're registering, because I understand you're going to kind of be a little nervous about getting registered, securing your seats. So after that's all done, after that's all paid for, that's when you'll get bumped to the form. And you'll be able to fill out all that information in a more calm mood because you would have already secured your seats. I do know quite a few of you guys have been with me on my creative journey of growing pains with my website, with registrations, having a lot of traffic on my site in a short amount of time, all of you trying to do registration at the same time. I've done pretty good, I think, being a business of one at growing and improving my technology. But I also wanted to mention in January of this year, January 2024, I upgraded my website to a new hosting company. And when I did registration for my virtual event back in February, I believe, registration went so smoothly. There were hundreds of people on my website at once, all frantically trying to do the same thing, and you couldn't even tell. Everything went so smoothly. So fingers crossed that that will happen again for this registration. Of course, we never know with technology if something is going to happen. But what I can assure you is if something goes wrong with my website, please know I'm working behind the scenes to fix it. So you can send me an email, but it might take a bit to get back to you because I'm actively working on my website to fix it. So don't message me on social media and even posting in my Facebook group being discouraged. That's not going to get you any answers per se. So if you have any questions, you can email me. I'll actually put my email up on the screen and I will answer them just as soon as I get through getting my website working. However, I don't foresee that that's going to happen, but I think we can all agree that we never know what's going to happen with technology. So the Pelham House Resort, where we're hosting the event, is in Dennis, Massachusetts. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from Boston, from Logan Airport. It's also about the same miles. So they're both the same distance from TF Green, which is in Providence, that airport. They're both the same miles, but depending on what time of day you're flying in, getting out of Boston, there can be a bit more traffic than getting out of Rhode Island. So I always suggest to people to track flights to both airports, check pricing. Sometimes going into the Providence Airport, TF Green, might be $50 more, but that might be more beneficial than dealing with Boston traffic. It just all depends on what works best for you. And then from the airports, you can either rent a car or you can take a bus onto the Cape. I have all of the travel information on my website on the Creative Journey Art Retreat webpage. So the weekend schedule, the event starts on Friday evening. I would really recommend, if you can make it into your travel plans, to be there Friday night. We do a glitter all of the things dessert soiree. And this is so fun. We encourage everybody to wear something that is glitter all of the things. So you can deck out in sequins and sparkle, or you could just wear a glitter all of the things t-shirt, whatever you're comfortable in. But this was a lot of fun. We did this theme for last year's dessert soiree, and I think this is a fast-forming tradition. So we will have desserts provided and a cash bar. If you're traveling with a partner or a friend that isn't attending, you can purchase a dessert soiree ticket for them so they can attend and have some yummy desserts. And then this is just a great time for us to mingle, say hi, get to know everybody. I love this part of the event because I do have time to walk around and chat with all of you. You also can pick up your pre-order, any product that you pre-ordered for the event. And then also there will be shopping open because I have a pop-up shop. Because if I'm a Janabler, I need to Janable you at my events. So you can have fun poking around and shopping as well. Then on Saturday, we are going to create together from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and there'll be an hour lunch. And then Sunday, we're going to create together from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. And there also will be an hour lunch. Lunch is provided, and then we also have grab and go breakfast items, pastries, bagels, juice, and coffee will be available for you. And so Pelham House also has an on-site restaurant. It's right above where we are going to be creating. So that's a great place to be able to grab dinner if you would like. And then they also cater all of the food that we have, and it's super, super yummy. As far as, the other thing I wanted to mention. So throughout the weekend, my creative crew, my fun friends, my group of friends from the Cape helped me out. 98% of them do not paper craft, but they absolutely look forward to my in-person events and being with us crazy card makers all weekend. And almost all of them, we all live locally, but a lot of us have lived on Cape Cod for a long time. 2 of them were born on Cape Cod. So if you're looking for recommendations for dinner out on Saturday night or Sunday night, you can always ask one of them and they'll be happy to give you some recommendations. I did mention some people will come early, come in Wednesday or Thursday or leave Monday or Tuesday. Some people did an extra day exploring the Cape and then an extra day exploring Boston. There's lots of fun options for you. The registration fee for the event is $375. That does not include your stay, your room. I'll explain what it does include in just a second, but I do just want to mention that you can book a room at the Pelham House Resort, which is where we'll be creating, or you can book a room at Pelham on Earl, which is just down the street. Both are beautiful, beautiful places. And if you're booking a room on Pelham on Earl, we will have a shuttle that will bring you from that event, that space to the event space. So you don't have to worry about navigating or getting to and from. It'll all be taken care of for you. The room rates are listed on my webpage on shirkus.com. If you go under events and go to the art retreat page, I'll actually just put that link up there again for you guys. And I know that they were going through some website upgrades, some reservation upgrades over the past weekend. I was traveling and teaching in Minnesota, and I got an email from a few of you guys trying to book your room and you couldn't. But I believe everything is all set now. I've seen some room reservations come through. So if you tried to book your room prior, you can book now. There is a certain code to use per venue, whichever place you're going to book your room with. And there's directions on which drop-down menu to choose and such. So definitely check out that information on my website. So as I mentioned, it's $375 to attend the Creative Journey Art Retreat. And what that includes is a box of goodies from my sponsors. Now, I have not finalized my sponsor list yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from a few of them. As I mentioned, I was traveling and teaching last weekend in Minnesota. The weekend before that, I was in Canada. The weekend before that, I was teaching at a virtual event. And then the weekend before that was Crop on the Cape. So it's been a little crazy, and I haven't had a chance to reach out to a few of the sponsors that I haven't heard back from yet. So I didn't want to put a graphic up sharing the sponsors just yet until I finalize the list. But I hope to have it finalized by the time of registration. And I'll put up a graphic on the webpage. I do think that many of you guys know there's a lot of brands that consistently sponsor my event, and I'm so appreciative to all of the companies that sponsor the events that I do. I would not be able to host these events without them, so stay tuned. But you will get a box of goodies from all the sponsors. And that's usually valued around $200 in product. You're also going to get card kits, pre-done card kits, die cut elements, cut paper, stamped and die cut images, a variety of things. And we will make at least 12 cards. You won't have any homework. Sometimes Saturday night you have to fussy cut something for Sunday, but there's really no homework. And that is all the hard work of some of my friends that kit for me for my events. I would not be able to do it without them. They're actually all working really hard right now kitting for my virtual event in June. Heidi, Lisa, and Dawn are working hard, getting those kits ready for the virtual event. Also included in the event is you will get a printed booklet, which is a picture of all the cards we're going to be creating, a supply list of what we used on every single card, some detailed instructions on finishing touches on those cards, coloring guides, all kinds of good information. You'll also get actually, let me just mention, sometimes I think we're all so used to doing online events where you can watch the replay, pause me, rewind me, fast forward me. And so some of us might be nervous about coming to an in-person event, but I will assure you that no matter what, you will be able to complete your cards. Even if you are creatively fried at the end of the day, you can just sit back and listen because you're going to go home with that booklet, but you're also going to get access to tutorial videos on how to create all of the cards. And I think that this is an amazing value for you because during the event, of course, we're going to learn a lot of different things. I think I'm going to get you out of your comfort zone a little bit, which is a good thing. And you might go home and be like, what was it that we did on this card that I love so much? Well, you can just bring up the tutorial video and rewatch it and go back to it time and time again. So again, I think that's such a huge value, and it also will hopefully assure you guys not to be nervous about keeping up in person. I did mention we're going to have on-site shopping. I would not be the Janabler that I am if we didn't. We also typically will have a few fun pop-up shops from some local brands that I love, and again, love to Janable you. I already mentioned that if you're traveling solo, no worries. You're going to gain a whole room of crafty friends. I never know if it's going to sell out right away. I never know. I do like to do registration far enough in advance for this event so people can start to make travel plans, kind of watch flights, all that jazz. So that's why registration is so far in advance. But I never know if it's going to sell out. There are limited seats. So if you're really, really interested, I just recommend you're registering at the time of registration, which is April 19th at 10 a.m. Prior to the event, I will share a supply list. I can't really share that right now because I have not designed the projects. Some of the items that the sponsors will be donating hasn't even been created yet because we do get some exclusive items. We also will get items that are newer. We try to get some really new items from the brands, so they're just not even available yet. But once I get my projects designed, I will have a supply list for you guys. It's usually coloring medium. I'm going to use Copic markers, but you can use any alcohol-based markers, colored pencils, some inks, obviously some adhesives. I also offer a pre-order where I can get pretty much anything that's on the supply list for you, so you don't need to scramble and try to find it. It's a lot of the same stuff that I use in all of my events online and classes online and in-person classes. So if you've been Genabled in the past, you probably already have it. I also do share a video going over the supply list. I talk about substitutions because I always stress I want you to use what you have. Then, after you see me use what I have, if you like that result better, that's when you can choose to purchase something. I don't want you to purchase something before you see what it does or how it works, right? And in that video that I share about the supply list, I also go over packing because I know it makes people a little bit nervous if you're flying into the event. I usually share how all the supplies can fit into like a zippered pouch like this. So it's very, very doable. I even weigh it for you guys so you'll know how much weight is going to go into your suitcase. Let's see. So this event is really catered to paper crafters. I really try to make it so that you're spoiled. It truly is a retreat and a getaway for you. I love, love, love the venue. It's very bright and spacious. We're looking out at the ocean all weekend, eating yummy food, making really fun cards, hanging out with really awesome crafty people. It's just a fun, fun weekend all about. If you are attending or even after you get registered, I would absolutely love for you to help me spread the word about this event. Being a small business, it's hard to amplify my voice, but I always, always appreciate when you guys share about my events and classes. On my art retreat page towards the bottom, I have a downloadable graphic that you can easily share on your social media. Again, I don't mind if you want to wait till you're registered and you've secured your seat to share it afterwards. But again, all that helps so much and I appreciate it so much. Let's see. Yeah, so just two more quick things and then I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So get those ready. One is, like I mentioned, I don't have any peaks at this time of the cards that we're going to be creating. I did just share some peaks of the cards we're going to be creating in June. They're going to be completely different cards, but you can maybe get a sense for what kind of styles. I will just say, check out my website, check out my blog. I think you can kind of tell what my style is, what brands I like to create with, and that'll give you an idea of what we're going to be doing during the event. I do think some of the projects that we'll be creating will get you out of your comfort zone, but I truly feel that that is what an event like this is for. It's not to go and just create the cards that you always create, right? It's fun to learn new things, especially when you have guidance of somebody plus your table mates. And I think you'll be surprised at what you walk away with, what you're able to create, what your creative juices allow you to do when you do get a little bit out of your comfort zone. And then the other thing I really love about this event is the cards that we're creating is mixing all of the brands. We're not going to make just a Lawn Fawn card. We mix and mingle the brand supplies, which I think is really fun and probably how you more accurately create at home, right? So that is it, you guys. If you guys have questions, definitely put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm going to peek at the comments. I wanted to get through my information so I didn't forget anything. And let's see what people have to say, right? I'm going to put my email up on the screen so that if you guys have questions, you also can email them. So I love this. Andrea says that the art retreats are really great. You learn a lot, you get out of your comfort zone, and the products you get are so wonderful. Thank you so much, Andrea. I really, really appreciate that. And Julie is local to Cape Cod, but she said such a great event with you do so many supplies given in the class kit. I highly recommend signing up. Thank you so much, Julie. It's so good to see you. Laura says, I love how Jen glows when she talks about the ocean. I love the ocean so much, so much. Let's see. Ooh, Susan says she's a Massachusetts native living in Colorado. I love your classes and the virtual options, but I'd love to attend in person. I really miss the Cape. Hashtag 2026 goals. I love that, Susan. I really, really hope to see you. And it looks like Lisa hasn't attended yet, but she's in New Hampshire, which is my home state. I grew up in New Hampshire, so come on down, Lisa. Just a couple hours drive. I would love for you to attend. All right, let's see. And Yuko says, I'm registered for your virtual creative journey art retreat again this year. Always an amazing time to learn so much from you. Mixed media is another rabbit hole I'm dipping into as of lately. Well, stay tuned, Yuko, because I have a fun mixed media card class that I'm going to be teaching online soon. Wow, I must have done a good job with my notes this time because there's not a lot of questions. I don't know. You guys are quiet today. That is totally okay. I love it. Maybe I finally wrote the right notes and remembered to tell you guys the right information. Well, I hope you guys are all so excited. If you can't attend this year, please put it on your bucket list to attend in the future. It really is a wicked fun time. Again, if you have any questions, you can send me an email to creative-chick@shirkus.com, or you can leave a comment on this video and I'll answer here as well. And then just a reminder that there are less than 5 spots available in my virtual creative journey art retreat, which is in June. You will get a box of goodies shipped to you from these sponsors here in late May. And I would love, if you can't join me in person, that you'll join me during this virtual event. Let's see. Hi, Sandy. Sandy's saying, which nights are included in the special rate? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe that the rates are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sandy. Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the special rates. If you want to extend your stay either before or after, it's best to call and book your reservation, which the phone number is on the website, because the room block isn't extended. So it'll say that there's no dates, no rooms available if you're trying to do it different days. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, thank you, Yuko. She says, you're thorough, professional, and detailed as always. I try, you guys. My brain is still a little mushy this week. I'm still catching up on rest. Oh, good. Some more questions. Andrea says, will the November art retreat also be available as a virtual class? I do not have an answer to that just yet, Andrea. I was able to offer that last year, but I'm not entirely sure that that will be something I'll be able to do this year. And I probably won't know until like August or September. So definitely stay tuned to my email newsletter for that information. And then Elizabeth says, I probably missed it, but how many spots are open for the Creative Journey Art Retreat? I actually don't think I said that, Elizabeth, so thank you. We have just over 100 people attend the Creative Journey Art Retreat. We have just over 300 people attend Crop on the Cape, and then the Creative Journey Art Retreat is just over 100. All right. These are good questions. See, I knew you guys would have a couple, at least a couple. Let's see. Any other questions? I have some coloring guides to do today for some upcoming online classes. And then I will be teaching my berry smoothie online class on Saturday. I'm so excited to hang out with everybody and create some wicked cute cards. Again, sun is shining. I should definitely get out there and go for a walk as well. All right, you guys, I don't see any other questions popping up, but remember, you can always reach out to me if you have questions or leave comments on the chat. I absolutely would love for you to attend. So if you have any questions where it's holding you back, definitely reach out because, again, it's such a fun event. I would love for all of you to be there. Yay! I saw your registration come through, Sherry. Thank you so much. She just registered for the virtual art retreat and she can't wait. She was in my classes in Minnesota, as was Sandy. Woo, woo. I love it. I love it. All right, you guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time today. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if I don't see you this year on Cape Cod, I hope to see you next year. And no matter what, definitely check out my virtual and online options because no matter what, you can definitely attend those because you don't need to get on a plane, train, or in an automobile to do so. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a fabulous day. Bye.